For those who don't know me, my name is Ester-Melissa and I'm a health coach and a life coach. And I'm here to support anyone who wants to become a healthier, stronger and happier self.
Can I say something gently? Sometimes the reason self-respect feels uncomfortable is because you have spent so long making yourself comfortable for everyone else. Maybe you say yes when you want to say no. Maybe you explain yourself over and over, hoping people will finally understand. Maybe you stay quiet, not because you have nothing to say, but because speaking hasn't always felt safe. Maybe you keep giving grace while quietly abandoning yourself. And if that hits something in you, this video is for you. Hi, beautiful. Today we're talking about self-respect and not the cold, hard version people sometimes imagine. Not ego, not arrogance, not becoming rude, but the kind of self-respect that softly says, I matter too. Because when self-respect starts growing, life changes, relationships change, your energy changes, the things you tolerate change. And honestly, sometimes the people around you notice before you do. Let's be honest. Self-respect sounds beautiful in theory, but in real life, it can feel uncomfortable. Because if you're used to keeping peace, making others comfortable, overgiving, over-explaining, staying flexible, being the understanding one, then self-respect can feel almost wrong at first. Because your nervous system may whisper, but what if they get upset? What if they misunderstand me? What if they think I'm selfish? What if conflict happens? And for many people, that fear didn't come from nowhere. Self-abandonment often looks normal from the outside. That's the sneaky part. It can look like kindness, patience, being easygoing, being understanding, giving one more chance, trying harder, explaining more clearly. But inside, you feel drained, frustrated, small, unseen, and tired. Maybe it looks like this. Someone asks for your time when you're already exhausted, and you say yes. Not because you truly want to, but because saying no feels heavier. Or maybe you write a message, then rewrite it, then explain more, then add context, then soften your words, then explain why you said what you said. Because maybe somewhere in your story, being misunderstood hurts deeply. That's not weakness. That's learned protection. But here's the truth. Self-respect begins when you stop abandoning yourself just to avoid discomfort. That doesn't mean becoming hard. It doesn't mean punishing people. It doesn't mean shutting everyone out. It does mean choosing honesty over performance, peace over people pleasing, clarity over explaining. I think many of us know what it feels like to slowly become quieter. Not because we suddenly have less to say, but because something taught us talking doesn't feel safe here. And when that happens, you start editing yourself, shrinking yourself, protecting yourself. But healing taught me this: self respect is not about becoming less loving, it's about including yourself in that love. When self respect grows, you stop chasing understanding from people committed to misunderstanding. You stop begging for emotional safety from unsafe spaces. You stop believing boundaries are mean. You stop explaining your no like it needs a courtroom defense. Yes, that one. You realize no is a complete sentence. Kindness does not require self betrayal, and protecting your peace is wisdom. Here's something important: not everyone celebrates your self respect. Because if someone benefits from your lack of boundaries, your growth may feel inconvenient for them. That doesn't mean you're doing something wrong. Sometimes people call boundaries rude when what they really mean is, I preferred access without limits. Whew. But healthy people, safe people, emotionally mature people, they may need clarity, but they won't punish your self-respect. Self-respect is also how you treat you. Because sometimes the harshest voice isn't outside, it's inside. Instead of, I'm so stupid, you try, I'm learning. Instead of, I always mess things up, try, I'm human. Instead of, I don't matter, try, I matter too. Here's one question I love. What would someone who deeply respects themselves do here? Ask that when you want to over-explain, someone crosses a boundary, you're tempted to shrink, you're about to say yes while your whole body says no. Self-respect rarely begins with some huge dramatic moment. Sometimes it begins quietly, going to bed instead of pushing harder, not answering immediately, leaving a draining conversation, speaking kindly to yourself. keeping one promise to yourself, choosing peace. And maybe today, self-respect simply looks like this. I will no longer abandon myself to keep others comfortable. If this spoke to your heart, tell me in the comments, what does self-respect mean to you? And if you know someone who keeps forgetting themselves while caring for everyone else, send them this. And if you want support becoming a healthier, stronger, and happier version of yourself, while staying true to who you are, I'd love to help.
Thank you for sharing this moment with me. If you want, you're free to like, subscribe, and be a part of this beautiful community of health and growing. Sending you love, and I'll see you in the next one.